Welcome to day 9 of the Steam Summer Sale 2013. Please remember to only buy games that are on the daily deal or on a flash sale. The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Legendary Edition is 40% off and has Steam trading cards. I already talked about the game in the very first video. My thoughts, a good game, but with only 30% off I would wait for a better offer. Sid Meier's Civilization V is a turn-based strategy game. This is one of the best turn-based strategy games. Some say that the previous one is better, but I think that the changes that were made make this game much more enjoyable. I can't understand how you could like that the enemy just stacked hundreds of first-era soldiers and couldn't be defeated even though I threw nukes at them. This is one of the big changes this game made. You can't stack soldiers anymore. I highly recommend to get this game. I would like to mention though that the first two big DLCs, Gods and Kings, as well as a brand new world, improve the game significantly. So whether or not you are new to Civilization V, I would recommend actually to think about picking up at least God and Kings. This game also has Steam trading cards. Dungeons and Dragons Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition is an upgraded and improved version of the one from 1998. This game is supposed to be really good, and the Enhanced Edition certainly helps to make it look a bit more appealing and playable, but don't expect to see a huge jump in graphics. With 75% off, this is really cheap. If you like Dungeons and Dragons or RPGs in general, you might want to pick it up. Awesome Notes is a 2D jump and run MOBA game. This is one of the few MOBA games that I actually enjoy. To a certain degree. The 3 vs 3 combat is enjoyable, the characters are unique, and at times really funny. The only problem I got, and this isn't something unique to the game, is a general problem. If you reach the higher leagues, you will play against teams that are metagaming. If metagaming isn't something that ruins your fun and you are searching for a more casual game, also not is the game you want to get. With 66% off, it's also really cheap. It also has Steam trading cards. Monaco is a 4-player co-op action strategy heist game. The game features 8 different characters, each with a unique ability. Thanks to there being more characters to choose than you can play, each playthrough can be different. This is a really nice game with good looking and colorful graphics. The game can be played in single player, but I can't say how much this game really is focused on co-op. If you are searching for a co-op game, this is certainly one of the games you and your friends can pick up. It's 50% off and has Steam trading cards. Train Simulator 2013 is a game that simulates driving a train. If you like driving a vehicle that is on rails and can only drive forward, it's 80% off and still quite expensive. This game also has DLCs worth $2,000. Metro Last Light is the sequel to Metro 2033. If you like the previous one and don't mind that it's only 30% off, you can pick that one up without fear. It's a solid game, but I have to point out that the Ranger mode, that makes the game more realistic, is a $5 DLC. The game also has Steam trading cards. Trials Evolution Gold Edition is a challenging dirt motorbike racing game. I wasn't the biggest fan of the game because the difficulty ramps up a little too fast for my liking, but if you enjoyed the previous one, this should be a good game to pick up. Right now it's 50% off. Grid 2 is a racing game I already talked about on day 1. To summarize it, it's a great game, but if you are not the biggest racing fan, you might want to wait. With only 30% off, it's still a bit expensive. The game also has Steam trading cards. EVE Online is a spreadsheet simulator with graphics. This MMO is different than the others. It's slow and a whole lot of calculating is involved. If this is something you want, it's pretty cheap with 75% off. Be aware though, that you have to pay a monthly subscription fee to be able to continue playing. For me, this is a game that's always cool to read about, but not to play. The game also has Steam trading cards. Portal 2 is a puzzle game that I already mentioned on day 4. To summarize it, an amazing game with a challenging co-op mode and a level editor to expand on the experience. It's 75% off and has Steam trading cards. Fable 3 is a RPG from Peter Molyneux. A guy that knows how to hype up a game by promising much, but not really keeping his word. Fable 3 is bad. Really bad. If you liked Fable 1, and for some reason maybe Fable 2, stick with those two. The third one is just unenjoyable on so many levels. If you want to play a Fable game, go buy Fable 1 The Lost Chapters on Steam. It's cheap and really good. It's 75% off. Rayman Origins is a 2D jump and run that you really should pick up. It's good looking, it's original and it's fun to play. With 66% off, it's also a really good price. Buy it. Star Trek is a bad game that has many problems. Be it because of bad AI or not working servers for co-op. With 75% off, it's also not really cheap. do not buy it. Even if you're a Star Trek fan, you should be used to bad games by now. This is one of them. That's it for day 9. We had a few good games, but too many repeats for my liking. Thanks for watching, and we see us at day 10.